get a hold of one of those old numbers, you can just go on singing for 3 or 4 days. Amen. By the turn of the century, 1900, in just one generation, 10 in 20 freed men could read and write. And that had a curious impact on our religious worship. It introduced the hymn book into black worship services. And here we were, a generation from slavery, trying to sing from the hymn book within the print-oriented strictures of the Protestant hymn form. 8 bars to the stanza and 8 bars to the verse. The effect that it had was it drained all of the emotion out of our services. At about the same time, the Latter Rain movement struck on Azusa Street in Los Angeles in California. The Pentecostal movement among black people began to flower. And black Methodists and Baptists in droves left Methodist and Baptist churches, going over to the Pentecostal church where them folks are beating on them tambourines and cymbals and the drums, keeping the spirit in the service. And we owe a great debt to black Pentecostalism for keeping alive our musical idiom until we came back to our senses around the end of World War I and reclaimed our own heritage. And so it was that even though the message of the European American authored hymns appealed to us, we had to kind of doctor them up a little bit to make them, as the old folks say, suit our case. Now, a hymn that I can use as an illustration of what I mean is a very familiar Methodist hymn, which all of you know, Blessed Assurance, Jesus is Mine. In the hymn book, it's written in 6/8 time. And I'm going to ask our music director to just play it in the choir to sing it the way it is in the book. Now, I know that's a little strain on you all, but try to sing it the way it is in the book. This is the way it is in the book. Now, when black folks got a hold of it, we liked the words and the melody, but we had to fix it up a little bit. So what we did was stretch out that signature to 9/8 time, introduce the syncopation, that is the rhythm, you know, and then what is called the ragged measure, from which the expression ragtime comes. That simply means that this measure doesn't have to match this measure. We just sing the way the Spirit directs us. And after we did that, then it comes out like this, and we call it a hymn of improvisation because we've worked on it a little bit. All right, maestro. Let the church say amen. Amen. See, now that's a whole different thing from what we introduced in the first instance. And so when somebody says we're going to sing 372 in the Baptist hymnal, and you see black folks going for the books, they are just going to get the words because we know how to sing it. Amen. If you listen to what black people are singing religiously, it is a clue as to what is happening to us sociologically.